Hello, and welcome to the Tavern Chat Podcast. I am your host, Eric Tencar, bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tencar's Tavern blog, Discord server, media group, Facebook group, Twittering, and Instagram. 2 Instagram pictures up in the last week. Holy shit. I think I'm learning how to use this thing. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, before I delve into the main topic, I got some feedback, mostly on Facebook, about me calling the changes in the official D&D rules for orcs and kobolds like a Care Bear edition. Listen, I understand that it's bringing it more into line with things that were prior to the Volo release, because before that nobody had a negative adjustment to their stats. Fine. My argument still is, if you're going to remove a negative, then there should be a corresponding positive that gets removed, because it's there to balance things out, right? And if the balance isn't there, you got to adjust it. But, all right, neither here nor there. Secondly, again, I'm reading responses online to certain individuals. Mr. Kata, pick on me, Mr. Kata. Look, I speak for the whole OSR, Mr. Kata. Don't name the individual, okay? That is what they desire. It's what they want. If you follow the OSR at all, you know the jackass in question, okay? And is that person really OSR? Well, if you listen to others, I don't know, like even the pundit, no, not. They have a few releases that might be OSR, but they themselves, the bulk of their releases are not OSR. And yeah, I think that the individual in question is a little younger and doesn't understand that, hey, if you do good work, that will speak for you. Instead, they need the instant gratification, and they do these attention-grabbing stunts that are just stupid. So, with all that out of the way, I'm doing this whole grand hand gesture, like waving it away. With all that shit out of the way, I am thrilled to announce, actually, that on this Sunday, which would be October 11th, the exact time has not been tacked down, but over on the Tavern's Discord server, that's the Tenkar's Tavern Discord server, I'll be doing a fireside chat with none other than Vince Florio. Now, if you don't know who Vince Florio is, you're not into old school gaming, because Vince is the one that pretty much kicked off podcasting in the old school community. Vince was the man who kicked off, Roll for Initiative and Save or Die, and was the producer / distributor, I guess, of Thacko's Hammer and the old Spellburn podcast, and numerous others, including the Brainstorm Podcast, which I did with Vince and Glenn and others. And I gotta really say that, I personally owe a lot to Vince. Vince first got me on a podcast at North Texas RPG. I think it was my first year there. And he snagged me to do some live commentary from the dealer's room. I'd never done this shit before. I had no idea how this stuff worked. So I did. And then Vince snagged me for the Brainstorm Podcast. And I was like, holy shit. And because of Vince, I got bit by that podcasting bug. And whether I am good at it or not is up to you all to decide. But judging from the the analytics of the podcast, I think we have certainly found an audience. But I owe this to Vince. And I am thrilled to say that Vince is kicking off or kicking back his relaunching his own one-on-one podcast, his an anchor cast, the Evil Dungeon Master, and you can catch that on Anchor. But he's getting back into doing some other stuff, probably on YouTube, and it's good to see because Vince is a voice that this community needs. Like I said, he was one of the first voices that you could hear talking about gaming. It was Vince. Vince is why you have gaming podcasts like Tavern Chat, like Old Man Grognard, like Save or Die, or Save for Half, or any of these other multiple ones out there that are geared at old school gamers. They owe it to Vince. We owe it to Vince. So if it goes well with Vince, if you guys like the podcast, there's a Fireside Chat. And by the way, I told Vince, we're doing no prep on this one. We're going to sit down and just have a sandbox, a hex crawl sort of podcast. We'll see what's going on with Vince and his gaming life and what's going on with his projects and where he plans to go and some of his opinions on stuff. And if it goes well, which I know it will because Vince and I have excellent chemistry together, but if you all like it, we'll probably do it monthly. I think that is an awesome thing for this community. And I think it'll be great to get Vince's voice on this podcast on a semi-regular basis. So, let me know what you think. Leave me a voicemail here on the Anchor app. Give me, I was going to say a phone call, but that will require me to actually memorize the fucking phone number, which I believe is 347-509-5168. But don't hold me to it. So I'm going to give you the email address because that will be definitely accurate. 10cars.tavern@gmail.com. Oh my God, I got it right. 347-509-5168. Look at that. That is the Google number. You can leave a voicemail there too. I look forward to hearing from you. As always, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for judging from the downloads that we are getting now. We are probably one of the stronger podcasts in the OSR when it comes to listenership. So I'm drinking seltzer, but I do have my mini keg next to me now. That's reset up since I'm allowed to drink again in moderation, despite my congestive heart failure problems. I'm going to talk about that a bit on the podcast on Friday. Hopefully, Joe the Lawyer on Friday. This has been a series of trials and tribulations on my part. Last weekend, we had no internet. Fios was down, so I couldn't get Joe on, but we're going to hopefully have Joe on this Friday. Folks, as always, we're in the midst of a pandemic. Do what you need to do. Use your common sense to keep yourself, your family, your friends, your loved ones safe and healthy. If you need direction, don't come to me. All right? Don't ask your jackass friend next door. Don't listen to the fucktards on TV. Find a medical professional that you trust, that you have faith in, that you have a relationship with, and ask them for direction. Okay? Ask them for advice. And as always, be safe, be well, God bless for all those dice. And I will talk with you all, God willing, tomorrow's. Oh, and remember that other thing too, like, I don't care how you're going to vote. I really don't. I do care that you do vote. Okay, if you're eligible to vote in our November elections here in the U.S., vote. By mail, by proxy, in person, vote. It's not just your right to vote, and not just a privilege, but your responsibility. So vote. Don't let any fucktards tell you how to vote. Vote your own conscience, vote your own heart. All right? All right. Laters.